The establishment of the African Standby Force is seen as a step towards curbing reliance on foreign powers whose forces are deployed in Africa's conflict zones, which often causes tensions as African leaders seek African solutions for African problems. It is a moment of pride for the African continent as the newly established multi-dimensional African Standby Force and its rapid deployment capability for sustainable peace will start operating next year. Consisting of brigades from the 5 continental blocks, Economic Community of the West African States, the East African Community, the North African Regional Community, and the Southern African Development Community. The 25,000-strong multinational force will help with the immediate and effective responses to crises arising in Africa. Its logistic headquarters will be located in the Cameroon city of Douala. The ASF and the RDC will be deployed to troubled countries in the continent. The forces will be dispatched on request by member states and on approval of the African Union to restore peace and security. The readiness of the force was given the stamp of approval on Sunday, 8 November, at the end of the 3-week-long Amani Africa 2 field training exercise at the Army Combat Training Center in the sparsely populated Karoo part of the Northern Cape. Over 5,400 troops, police officers, and civilians from Africa's 5 regions participated in the training. AU Commissioner for Peace and Security, Smail Shirgi, said they were pleased with the results of the exercise.
Today marks a turning point in the history of Africa in our collective quest in the promotion of peace, stability, and security on the continent. The Amani 2 exercise will test the operational readiness of the African Standby Force and its rapid deployment capability. Following Africa Union Summit decision to harmonize the African Standby Force and the African capacity to immediate response to crisis processes, we shall also be employing the pledges capability of ASIRs volunteering as a second RDC during this exercise. The combined and mutually reinforcing processes present the continent with a unique opportunity to translate our conceptual determination to find African solutions to African problems into concrete expression through the possibility of employing the ASF RDC as a tool for the prevention and response to crisis situations in the continent.
Speaking at the closing ceremony, President Jacob Zuma said the day was a moment of pride for the African continent as it demonstrated that Africa was serious about peace and investing in security.
We often proclaim that we want African solutions to African problems. Through this exercise, we are demonstrating that readiness to solve our problems in the continent.
The African continent, as part of its Agenda 2063, has committed to silencing the guns by 2020.
However, we still need to be prepared to effectively intervene in situations of crisis in order to stabilize our countries when we need and when the call arrives.
The training, which President Zuma described as historic and a tremendous success, also crystallized cooperation between the AU, regional economic communities, and different armed forces for the purposes of future peacekeeping operations.
In this regard, we congratulate the countries and regions that have been involved in this exercise for availing the necessary resources and assets. It is indeed gratifying that we have carried out an operation of this magnitude on our own.